Can you believe this all started from kitchen scraps and a tiny balcony just 15 days ago? Look at this mini jungle, herbs, greens, and sprouts literally everywhere. Today, I'm taking you behind the scenes of this 15-day no-soil balcony garden challenge, showing you exactly how I transformed a bare, empty balcony into this lush, green paradise. Stick around, because I'll share all my top tips so you can do it in your own tiny space, even if you've never grown a single plant before. Welcome back to Urban Apartment Eco Living. Over the next 15 days, I challenged myself to grow a full mini jungle using zero soil, no dirt, no expensive kits, just water, containers, and kitchen scraps from my own home. This isn't just a casual experiment. I wanted to see how fast plants could grow with the simplest setup possible and how much greenery I could pack into a small balcony. Over the next few minutes, I'll take you day by day, showing dramatic growth, surprising moments, mistakes I made, and tips you can use at home to get similar results, even if your balcony is tiny or shaded. If you've ever wanted a lush garden in a small space but felt intimidated by dirt, space, or time, this challenge is perfect for you. So grab a notebook, get inspired, and let's dive in. Day 1 was all about preparing the balcony and gathering my scraps. I started with lettuce ends, celery bases, carrot tops, and green onion roots. Each scrap went into a small clear jar filled with water, making sure the roots were fully submerged. Even on the very first day, you can see the tiny roots beginning to peek out. It's incredible how quickly life starts to awaken. I like to describe it as the plants literally stretching awake, sensing the water and light. If you're trying this at home, here's a tip: use clean jars and room temperature water. Label each jar, because some scraps grow faster than others, and it's easy to mix them up. Day 1 is the quiet beginning, but it sets the stage for the dramatic growth that's about to come. Check this out, just 24 hours later, some of the scraps already have visible roots. Lettuce and green onions are showing the fastest signs of life. This is the part that makes no-soil regrowing so magical. You can literally watch life sprout before your eyes. One of my favorite moments on day 2 was seeing a single carrot top start to push a tiny green sprout upward. Even the smallest sprouts hold enormous potential. Quick tip for home gardeners: change the water every 2 days to keep it fresh and prevent bacteria from building up. If you leave the water stagnant, the roots can rot and your mini jungle dreams can get derailed. Another fun note: take pictures daily. Even subtle growth looks dramatic in time-lapse, and it's so satisfying to watch the transformation start to unfold. By day 3, growth starts to explode, and you really notice the balcony starting to feel alive. Look at these lettuce leaves. They were tiny yesterday, and now they're almost doubling in size. This is where a grow light makes a huge difference, especially if your balcony doesn't get full sunlight. I positioned the light about 6 to 8 inches above the jars, and it made the growth more uniform. Plants weren't stretching or leaning, they just expanded upward, full and vibrant. I also started experimenting with grouping scraps based on growth rate. Lettuce and green onions are definitely the fastest, while celery and carrot tops take a little longer to show dramatic changes. This kind of observation helps you plan your balcony layout for maximum growth and visual impact. And here's the fun part: on the morning of day 3, I woke up to see some leaves literally doubled overnight. This is why people get addicted to regrowing plants. It's like instant gratification every morning. Day 5 is truly the moment where you start to realize the magic of regrowing plants in small spaces. This tiny balcony, which was bare just a few days ago, is now bursting with life. Herbs like mint and basil are beginning to take over their containers, creating a rich, layered look. The scent alone is enough to make you feel like you've stepped into a tropical mini jungle. For viewers at home, here's a key point: don't overcrowd your plants, but also don't be afraid to cluster them for a lush, abundant look. Grouping plants that grow at similar rates not only creates a visual impact but also makes care easier. You can water, check, and monitor growth more efficiently. At this stage, the visual payoff is incredible. Even small, modest jars now look like tiny pots of green energy. Every leaf, every shoot reminds you that with just a little water, sunlight, and patience, even scraps can turn into a thriving ecosystem. I also started experimenting with layering: taller herbs at the back, shorter ones in front, so that every plant gets light and your balcony feels like a fully immersive mini jungle. It's amazing how small adjustments can make such a dramatic difference. Between days 6 and 10, growth enters a truly explosive phase. The plants are no longer small sprouts, they are actively competing for light and space. Lettuce leaves have thickened, mint is cascading over jars, and green onions are standing tall and strong. It's like watching a living, breathing balcony jungle grow right before your eyes. But rapid growth comes with its challenges. Some scraps start wilting, developing brown tips, or stretching toward the light. This is perfectly normal. Plants are extremely responsive to their environment. I noticed that jars that were too small or water that wasn't changed regularly caused some scraps to struggle. To fix this, I rearranged jars, giving slower growing scraps more light and space, and added a few extra grow lights where sunlight was weaker. Almost instantly, the struggling plants perked up. Lesson learned: dynamic care is key. You have to observe, adjust, and respond to your plants daily if you want them thriving. Another tip, trim leaves that are overlapping too much. Overcrowding may stunt growth or block light for smaller sprouts. A few snips make a huge difference in health and aesthetics, and it encourages the plants to branch out in a more organized, visually appealing way. By the end of day 10, you can already feel like the balcony is a tiny, immersive jungle, even though there's still room for growth. By day 15, the transformation is complete. The balcony is overflowing with greenery, leaves are thick, vibrant, and almost touching the railing. Herbs like mint, basil, and parsley are dense and fragrant, while lettuce and green onions fill every available jar. This is what happens when you combine consistent water, proper lighting, and kitchen scraps with just a little patience and care. For anyone following along at home, if you've been diligent, you should now have a mini jungle of your own, lush, fragrant, and thriving. It's astonishing to see how scraps that were once destined for the trash can become such a beautiful, functional garden in just 2 weeks. This 15-day challenge is proof that you don't need soil, expensive kits, or a huge garden to grow incredible greenery. With a few thoughtful choices and some observation, even the tiniest balcony can become a vibrant oasis of life. Now, here are my top tips to replicate this in your own balcony. 1. Choose the right scraps. Lettuce, green onions, celery, and carrot tops grow fastest. Herbs like basil, mint, and parsley are also great for lush greenery. 2. Containers matter. Use clear jars or containers to monitor root growth and keep them clean every 2 to 3 days. 3. Water and light balance. Change water regularly, and provide either a grow light or indirect sunlight for 6 to 8 hours daily. 4. Space and grouping. Don't overcrowd plants, but cluster those with similar growth rates for easier care and maximum visual impact. 5. Patience plus observation. Watch for stressed leaves, adjust light or water as needed, and don't get discouraged if a few scraps fail. Gardening is all about experimentation and learning. And there you have it, a tiny balcony transformed into a full-blown mini jungle in just 15 days. This challenge proves you don't need soil, a large garden, or fancy kits, just scraps, water, light, and a little patience. If you enjoyed watching this transformation, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon, because I've got even crazier urban balcony experiments coming soon. Imagine vertical gardens, hydroponic setups, and tiny jungle hacks you can try in your apartment. Wow, look at how far this balcony has come in just 15 days. Imagine what you could grow in your own space with just scraps, water, and a little guidance. If you want to see even more wild transformations, vertical gardens, no-soil experiments, and jungle hacks that will blow your mind, hit that subscribe button right now. I post step-by-step, easy-to-follow urban gardening challenges you can do in your own tiny space, and I don't want you to miss the next one. Click subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's grow your own mini jungle together. Your balcony will thank you.